So, as you know, the Pope is dead. Yes, the Pope is dead. And they have to choose a new Pope, and this is how they go by choosing a new Pope. Watch this.
By one, the cardinals walk down the aisle before taking individual oaths to obey the rules of the conclave, which demand the utmost secrecy. If they ever break their silence, they risk excommunication.
Extra omnes.
Everyone out. And with that, the doors closed. The work of choosing a pope would truly begin.
What the?
Then, when the world sees white, inside the Sistine Chapel, the Dean of Cardinals will ask the newly elected pope if he accepts the result. And if he does, he is from that moment the new pope and chooses the name he will then be called. Next, he walks to the nearby Room of Tears, so called because some newly elected popes have in the past cried there as they absorb the enormity of the moment. He then
What?
dons his new robes, puts the papal ring on his finger, is led down the Hall of Blessings to the central window of St. Peter's Basilica, where he is introduced to the masses with a simple Latin phrase, Habemus Papam, we have a pope.
So this Pope from South Africa, he's not in the lineup to be a Pope, but listen what he has to say and how you have to be in silence to be closer to God. Watch this.
Even in our churches, there is too much noise. So it's not a place where we can encounter God silently. Silence makes man more similar to God, because God, I said, is silence. He talks in silence, and we encounter him in silence. And if we remain with God, we become silent. Why the Western countries today are no believers, are less believers, because they are every time talking. They know no silence, and the faith is going down. Silence is really the moment where I construct myself as a human being related to God. And without God and without silence, we are lost.
That's deep. Without God and without silence, you will never know God. And he's right about what he said about church being noisy, so you can't even be close to God or know who God is. But not sure if he meant what he's saying, but what he says so far is very true. But who knows the art, right? I don't know the art of man. God says, who knows the art of man? The art is wicked. You can't know the art. But what he's saying, absolutely true. Absolutely true. But do you think they would put him to be Pope, spreading the truth? Or they want to keep you brainwashed and keep you subjective to the noise of the world so you can't go within and be present with God and to find yourself, your true self, and not the false self that is noisy and is always talking, but to be in silence with God to know God. Let me know what you think.